Right, Long Island's finest right here. That's so cool. That is the way to come back from Ooh, that's a nice fish. Boy, these fish are hot. Nice fish. So today I am on the Carmen's River in Long Island, New York. Trout fishing on Long Island? Are you kidding? Forget about it. Yeah, there's terrific trout fishing on the spring creeks of Long Island, and I'm here with Art Flick chapter members George Costa and Mike Fasula, and they're leading me around to some of these interesting places where you don't quite know if you're going to tie on a saltwater fly or a freshwater fly. We're fishing tidewater on Long Island.
On the rural east end of New York's Long Island Sound, the community of Brookhaven sits at the epicenter of some of the country's more unique trout fisheries, including the Carmen's and Nissaquah rivers.
You know, I've wanted to come out and fish on Long Island, actually, since I was a kid. I read about the Connecticut and that there were many spring creeks on Long Island. It always intrigued me. The idea of a sea-run trout of any sort has always intrigued me.
Well, Long Island has been blessed with many natural streams out here. Of course, like you said, they're all spring-fed streams. And today we're going to be fishing the Carmen's River.
The Carmen's River seeps out of the ground in Suffolk County and weaves south for about 10 miles to feed Great South Bay. This spring creek flows fresh for the first 8 miles and becomes an estuary for the last 2 and harbors a variety of fresh and saltwater game fish.
Pearl zonker. Tempting, but a little bit, it's just feeling like a little bit much. A bellyache minnow. Close, very close to number 1. I'm gonna keep it real quiet, stealthy. Just gonna go with a real slender black leech. When in doubt, coast to coast, go with the black leech. Tarpon, trout, stripers, they'll all crush it. Well, it gets deep quick, doesn't it? Oh, yeah, it gets deep here, but quick.
$59 for water.
There's a school of bait fish back here, maybe alewives, which is a migratory bait fish that swims up here, and there's something in there making them nervous. Might be a trout, might be a bass, might be a saltwater fish like a striped bass. Come on, baby. Here we go. It's nothing giant, but oh, look at this.
Nice.
It's a yellow perch. Cool.
All right, they're native also to the river down there. They'll live in the tidal section here. And they'll come up in the spring and they'll stay out here through the fall.
What a neat looking fish that is. Look how big that dorsal is.
And actually, they'll come in 2-3 times that size. I've caught them.
No kidding.
Yep,
no kidding.
There's some good 12, 14 inches in here.
So you just never know what you're going to run into here in the Carmen's. Whoa. All right. Here we go. What is it? Oh. The multi-species extravaganza continues. Black bass, check.
Try to get as close as you can to that point, and like I say, sidearm it as much as you can underneath that bridge. You think from the rain, George?
Just gonna work my way down to the culvert.
Little history on this spot here. Roughly in about 1830, 1834, Daniel Webster, noted legislator here from New York State, came down here and caught a roughly 14-pound sea-run salter, as we call it, brook trout, roughly out of this spot here. I'll say within 100 feet of where I'm standing today.
You know, what's interesting is the sun comes down just where the sun comes down and then turns to shade. Under the culvert, the weeds completely stop. So there's this amazing pit up under here. And I know there's a million cars going overhead. This is a pretty potent place to be a fish. I don't know what kind of fish, but hopefully something that likes a little black leech. You know, this has been a tough cast up under the bridge. I'm under the Montauk Freeway here in Long Island on the Carmens River trying to catch a trout.
Where'd George go?
Hey, got a fish. I do have a fish. Nice. What is it? Oh, it's a really nice bass. Yeah. Right under the Montauk Freeway. Look at this bass. That's the great thing about a Long Island Spring Creek. You never know what you're going to catch. Look at that bass. Got he pulled like a truck.
That's a nice bass.
Yeah, isn't that a great one? Tell you what, having fun on the Carmens. See you, buddy.